think I emailed it a day or two ago, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now we all agree on those minutes then?
Well, someone needs to make a motion.
Second, I'll make the motion.
Yeah,
to accept
I can't make
the
any
previous-
motions anymore.
I know.
I'm-
You're motionless?
Yeah.
Make the motion to accept the minutes from whenever they were. When was it?
The 30th of October.
Thank you. Someone has to second, right?
I'll second it.
Excellent.
Alright.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
Wonderful. Alright. So, treasurer's report?
So the recent update is we have the full 1,500 in our account. When I spoke with the town accountant somewhere around the time after our last meeting, they were still reconciling the books, so we couldn't really talk about how to move the administration funds over. So I
Okay.
think we're probably, I'll follow up with her again and ask
Yeah.
about that.
Well, can always save them for next year.
Right, it was a couple $100, I
Yeah.
think, so.
Alright. So next one,
Yeah.
you don't need a.
No, no.
I don't think so. Alright, so now here we have the budget.
Yeah, so every year we ask for 1,500. That's what we've been asking for years. Back in, I think, 2020, we tried to up it to 2,000, and then COVID happened, and no one was getting any more money. And given the state of, finances in the town, we have not tried to make that request any higher. In a perfect world, I'd like us to get more money from the town, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. And we normally, the finance committee doesn't schedule the cultural council to come in. Like the first year I chair, I just went along the meeting that would have been for us if they needed us, just to kind of be like, hey, hi, But last year, in run up to budget season, one of the select board members made public a bunch of ideas on how to save the town money, including, getting rid of, the community garden and several other things, including eliminating the cultural council, which at the time I responded in a very strongly worded letter and
Still.
Facebook post
Still
on why I
reasonable.
felt that was asinine. And that kind of, any attempt to get rid of that quickly died. But I did find, so I attended virtually a couple of the select board meetings at the time, just, to keep an eye on things. And at one point, a question was asked about, I guess that 1,500 may have at some point long ago been some sort of matching thing that was required to get the state funds. But there was a question, and I think Kristen, the town administrator, wanted me to answer. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I think I have someone who might be able to speak to this, but since at no point were we ever consulted about or warned about anything, I didn't immediately jump on that, because I figured if they actually had wanted to talk to someone, they would have. But point being that I've talked to Chris, and I think the plan is, in spite of, again, no one's asked us to come in, is that one of the, all the town boards have different days they go in.
Yeah.
But for finance committee, and then there's like one day that's got space for, whoever else wasn't asked to come in. So we're planning to schedule a visit to just kind of get in front of any other silly suggestions about
Good idea.
that. But as far as for this meeting, you do need to decide whether 1,500 is what you want to ask for.
Okay. So can I ask one question? Because we got this FY27 budget process, and I'm just flipping through here, and it says December 12th, 25, is a deadline to submit budget requests, revenue estimates, and backup. Do we have to do that? Do you know?
So normally, what we do with that form is pretty much, just write in one of the sections that we're looking for the 1,500. We don't have any paperwork justification, it's just filling out the 15,
Okay, so we should be able to do that tonight,
yeah,
and then I can
yeah,
pop it into their box.
yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Excellent.
alrighty.
In that case, looks like we have a grant modification request.
Well,
Oh, do we
are
vote
you-
on it?
yeah, I think you should probably formally vote on whether
Pardon me.
the 1,500 is.
Please, feel free to accept.
Motion that we continue to ask for $1,500 from the town.
Second. Yeah.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Moving too fast.
Whoa there. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Alright.
Oh, you know me, I like to dot i's and cross t's when possible.
Anywho, so as I was saying though, the grant modification request for the Berlin seniors, I can read that out if you like, but they've requested, specifically the Berlin seniors have requested to reschedule their event from the 6th of December this month to the 12th, and their location changed, meaning instead of the $100 rental fee, they're actually requesting $75 for refreshments.
So yeah, we usually, none of the, when we're approving grants, we're not really approving hey, you chose this day, this is a great day, so we generally, any one time anyone has a request to change the day, that's pretty much just gets an automatic pass, and like in this case, it's kind of pretty much after the fact that it's happening tomorrow.
Right.
But the question of shifting the funds is a little more substantive. I think I emailed about it. I did talk to Judy, and she said that whether or not we approve it, they're going to get the refreshments. That wasn't a case of like, oh my God, we need to,
Quick right now.
yeah,
Mhm.
need an answer. But
Do we know which event this one is?
it's the Christmas Tony Funches, whatever. Hold on, I can pull that up. But
I only see.
yeah, so this is from last year.
Oh, because okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so it's already in a grant that has approved, but they're changing what they're wanting to do with some of the money.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And it used to be that food was not an allowable use, but that changed. So you can, I keep saying we, I'm not voting, I probably should use a different pronoun. You can approve it, it falls within, allowable things, but you're not obligated to approve it if you don't feel it was a good use of money or would be a good use of money. I will say the Berlin seniors are always very good about understanding the limits of our budget and not asking for a lot. But it's kind of funny too when you sometimes, for whatever reason, things that they're doing as an event, the performer will make the grant request instead of them, and there's definitely a big difference in what they're asked for. What everyone over the past few years just keeps increasing what they request, and the Berlin seniors kind of hold firm to know we don't have the money to give more. So
Age and wisdom. over
so
there.
it is my feeling based on my past experience when I was on the council that they are good stewards with the money.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's the husband.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I was looking for that.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you.
It's a great hat.
Thank you.
Are you selling them at the store?
Well,
Are they at the store?
no, no. Well, feel free to take a brownie or blondie if you want one.
Thank you very much. Maybe I can-
He's got a lot of cookies at home, so.
Yeah.
I imagine. Alright, well,
So that's
What
still
can we-
100 for the,
It's,
'Cause-
they're only looking for 75 out of the 100, so
oh, so,
you could in theory authorize the full 100 too.
And this
In
is from
theory.
last year's
Yes,
budget, and it was already approved, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
we were to approve that $75, would $25 then roll over to our this year?
yeah, that should be the case.
Cool. $25.
Yeah, so that is an option.
I mean, we were already gonna approve the 100.
yeah, so you've already
I
approved
feel no
100,
reason
right?
not to give
So,
them 75,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
way we also have
actually, we just-
$25 to more work with
I
over
just
here.
feel
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
comfortable with carrying forward.
I mean, 25 it would cover snacks, right? To go with the drinks.
Oh, well,
I do wanna just make sure, I was suggesting that we just give them the 75. I think that's, I think
Oh,
this is
that is what you're doing. Okay,
I mean, we have to vote on it though, so like,
okay.
I would, like, honestly, if you feel like you should do a
Well,
100.
no, like, because they're saying,
Yeah, they're only asking for the 75.
Yeah,
I'm
they-
just saying,
Yeah.
you could, if you wanted to, or you could say, hey, here, I'll give 400. All three are out. Or you could say, here, you can have 50. The whole range between 0 to 100
they
is
didn't
an option.
request 100, they requested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They initially requested the 100, but since it changed,
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, we can still use 75.
Yeah.
And that'd be awesome. 75.
Yeah.
I'll move to have that request be approved for $75.
Second?
Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, excellent. Alright. And now the meat of the discussion, I believe, is the grant discussion.
Yeah, so we've got 18 grand that if we had the money to give them what they asked for, it would be 10,615, but we only have $7,200 or $7,225, I guess, is what we will have. So that means kind of shaving off about 3,000.
450.
Yeah. But do we get to add that $25?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool, so 3,390. Sweet. For flush.
Alright. So we should probably start with number 1, I believe. The Wizard.
The Wizard. And they're asking for $10 shy of the entire thing covered. I found it helpful to go to their budget tab when in their application and seeing the breakdown, and then also seeing that section where they say how will you adjust the project if they can't fund the entire amount, which I feel like is a good place to start. Okay, cool. This one says if we are not awarded the grant, we will have to reduce projects slash programs we plan for the remainder of the 2026 fiscal year, which is interesting. I guess what I would think from that is that they're just still gonna pay the full amount for this magician guy, and they're just gonna cut other future things, which is a funny thing to go full on this wizard guy. But
Yeah, that's often the case with things from the seniors or the library. there's oftentimes someone else who will, you know, pick up the remainder, like the Friends of the Library will
Right.
frequently make up the shortfall, but of course they aren't, you know, anyone else who's gonna pick up the money isn't, you know, got infinite money either, so.
Mhm. Yeah, they don't really say anybody's gonna pick up the slack, they just say
Yeah.
they're gonna reduce things. Do they have a Friends of the Council on Aging?
Well, so, yeah, that one, I'm not, normally we just have things from the Berlin Seniors versus the Council on Aging itself, so that is a town board like the Cultural Council, so
Oh,
they have a budget, so I don't know how that breaks down, but, you know, they actually have, you know, a paid director, Melissa Sargent, who used to, she's the Council on Aging director.
Right. And these are the numbers that we voted on, like, kinda last time, right?
Well, that's what,
They're actually asking.
that's what they're asking for.
Gotcha, okay.
and they say out of they're gonna cover the $10 cost of printing the flyers, they're asking for the $450 cost of the performer. So for us to cover the whole thing for the performer. Just how, as a form of like just understanding how it's gone previous years, is it often the case that you will cover the cost of, not cover the full amount of like almost all of them, or do you make it a priority to try to cover all of them to the fullest and maybe cut a lot from
So,
just a few?
generally speaking, the council has endeavored to give as close to full funding as they can on things for the library and seniors. Sometimes for that, they'll, you know, get things rounded down or something depending on how easily we can cut things other places. There are some ones where it's something that's out of town, like the Neshoba Symphonic Band, or like the Northborough Area Community Chorus, which that's partially, well, I'm not sure if this, I know last year that was partially Northborough, partially in Berlin, but there are ones that we have tended to want to give some money to, but didn't feel compelled to try to support in full. So kind of, you know, some of those borderline ones, you know, will be ones that tend to you know, get cut from more, and
But then some of them charge as well,
Yeah.
right? So they have a ticket. So if they got less
yeah,
from us, then they can increase the ticket
yeah.
charge, right?
Yeah.
So,
And there's some like, you know, the Link one for the schools, that's, you know, asking for a lot of money, so that's something where, you know, we would traditionally may say, well, you know, we want to support you, but we can't support the fact that your costs are ballooning, you know, so, you know, sometimes look at, okay, how much did we give them last year, you know, and try to kind of gauge on that, and
And we tend to shave a lot of them down,
yeah.
just like intervals of like 25 or 10, just to-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when,
So
when,
it's
when,
not- yeah.
That was what I
after
was
we've kind of
wondering.
taken the big chunks out some, and, you know, we're still short, that kind of tends to be where it's like, okay, you know, the library one for 385 may become 350 or something like that.
Right.
When it gets to that case, you know, if it's, you know, we need to cut, you know, X amount from the library, we've tried to kind of, you know, spread it around.
Could we, in that case, actually start with the 1,680 cardboard explosion one?
Yeah, of
course.
I feel like that might help us, because
Yeah.
then we don't have to do the nitpicking first.
Yeah, and you can also jump around and don't, well, at least we've done last year, and we did kind of, we figured out all we wanted to do, and then just kind of did a blanket motion for, you know,
Okay.
all of it at once.
Brilliant.
so you can jump around as you feel appropriate.
Alright, in that case, you wanted to talk about the cardboard explosion.
Yeah. How much did you give them last year if they?
Yes, I realized I should pull that up. So last year they asked for 1,000 for the stories of Hansel and Gretel and Peter and the Wolf, which was a field trip, and that we ended up giving $845 to.
Okay.
Last year we actually, once we had, last year the total requests for all the grants came to 1,400,234, but after we had rejected them, we actually got down to like just over 8,000. So last year we didn't take very much from any of the ones we awarded to. We mostly just, cut out.
The big ones.
Right.
Yeah, so this year we'll have to be a little more mercenary about it.
Slashing. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. Do you mind saying what exactly they'd be doing if they didn't have the full amount?
Yes, absolutely. So they would adjust their project. They say the funding will come out of other fundraising done through Link, including BMS, parent-teacher organization. This could possibly include book fair fundraising, etc. So they feel
They've got other sources.
they feel like they have other sources. It feels from that it's pretty.
Mhm.
It's pretty. They feel confident. I would say.
I personally believe we could probably bring it down to 1,000, if not a little bit lower.
Or even less, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So, I'm sorry, we need to cut $3,000, is that correct, based on?
A little more than 3,000.
little
So
more.
3,390.
Thank you.
yeah, so from 10,
Thank you.
10,615, we need to get down to 7,225.
Yes.
What if we tentatively say, let's just give them 800, sort of half of what they're asking for, and then if we have
Yeah,
I like
money to spread around after, we can add more to it? That would just be my thought, because they seem to have pretty good funding
yeah.
streams in other places.
Right.
So that brings our current total to 9,735.
Mhm.
Alright. Did you want to get the other big ones out of the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea,
Alright, so then it would be the spring concert, patriotic celebration.
yeah.
This one looks like it is being taken place also in Northborough,
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean,
The
Yeah, so-
which one are you? The area. Yeah.
Northborough
So
Area Community
that's another
Course.
one where last year
Yeah.
they asked for 1,000 and we gave them 585.
But they could also be getting money from
Northborough,
Northborough.
So
Right.
Yeah.
let's take a look.
as well as other boroughs around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they did even say they applied to other.
Mm-hmm.
So they applied to the Cultural Council of Northborough, Southborough, Marlborough, Westborough, Bolton,
Oh, yeah.
Shrewsbury.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't feel very compelled to give them a ton of money, given how all the other councils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even 500's a lot.
Yeah.
Given what's the likelihood that there's going to be a lot of folks from Berlin going to that?
Make a very fair point there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not sure though. There is, I think, some level of interest in that.
It certainly might be.
The other thing to consider too, just to note, is that they are asking for 1,000, and their
Mhm.
total budget is $21,500.
Wow.
So they're not asking for the
Oh,
whole
okay,
amount. Just
okay.
so we,
Quite a bit.
All right,
just
so that's good.
which does
Wow.
muddy the waters slightly.
21,000.
So they are being at least a little bit. You could assume
Okay,
asking for
excellent.
just a little bit from each.
That's probably why we gave 585
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
So maybe again,
So five
do
or-
500.
We
You know,
can
500
tentatively-
is our tentative number, and
Yeah.
then we can bump it up if we have more. Okay, so that's another 500 we've subtracted.
In that case,
So 9,235.
That's another-
is that-
What we said, 500? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
500 even.
that puts it to 9,235.
Excellent. Alright. Then the summer outdoor concert series through the Old Methodist.
Yeah, for 19 Carter.
That's 19 Carter, okay.
And that one.
Save me from trying to pronounce that.
Yeah, well, it just, it is kind of funny where, you know, because of whatever, you know, the actual organizational name.
Right.
Old Methodist, yeah.
And
They didn't
I
know.
just always, you know, when writing up reports or whatever, I just stick with what it's, you know,
Mm-hmm,
down for technically.
okay.
But that one is one we have tried as best we can to support in full, depending on the year,
Mhm.
because it is something that does, you know, generate a lot of, you know,
Yeah.
people coming in town. But
Yeah.
depending on the year, you know, we've,
Mm-hmm.
you know, last year we gave the full amount, because again, we rejected a lot of grants, but let's
So
see
was
if I-
it 1,000
Yeah.
last year as well?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
I think it has been pretty much a 1,000, I think,
Okay.
most years.
And forgive me if you already said you gave the full 1,000 or no?
Yes, last year we
Mhm.
gave the full 1,000, the year before we gave 750.
I mean, I'd be, you know, leaning towards giving them as much as we can because it's multiple events. It's not a one-time event. It's, you
Mhm.
know, it's a series of concerts. So to me, that feels like
Yeah.
a very reasonable.
Yeah, that's why
request.
we, and, okay, and so yeah, last year 1,000, the year before 750, the year before that was 800. Each time 1,000 being requested, and just kind of the nature of where we had to,
Okay. So maybe leave that be for the moment and then
yeah.
circle back to it if we're short.
That sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
that works with
Yeah.
And just to, while we're talking about it, so we know it is out of their total budget of 12,600. So they're
Mhm.
still being
Yes,
Okay.
very,
kind and
reasonable.
yes,
Right.
holistic about it. So
What about the Worcester Writers
Yeah, so
Collective?
yeah, so last year that was one we rejected last year
Oh, okay.
because
was
you know, as far as what we felt were you know, how much it was going to be
Where's
useful to
that?
Berlin.
It's gonna be at
Yeah.
19 Carter.
It's gonna
Oh,
be at
that's
19
at
Carter.
19 Carter.
It is
Oh.
gonna be at 19 Carter, and they intend to charge $10 to boost interest because they find that free events don't get as much people as
Paid events.
events,
Oh,
which is
that's
great.
such an
Which is a
interesting
very
psychological
interesting thing.
principle,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Same's true if you have
Perceived
like an
value.
appliance that you want someone to take off your lawn, you know, if you put free,
Yeah.
you know, that'll be problematic, but if you put a dollar amount, they may steal it on you.
yeah, wait, that's
Yeah.
funny. Psychology.
Yes. So
I'd go to the free ones too, personally. But
Yes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have paid to go to ones there
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to give them the full amount, or do we want to cut them a bit and then circle back if we have money to spare? So let me just pull theirs out.
I think if we, you know, start shaving off a little off everything, then we can go back and fill up the ones that are smaller.
Yeah.
And fill up the
Yeah.
ones that are a little bit bigger, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like
Get
that
the
idea.
best out of everything.
And this one is asking for 600 out of their full 600.
Okay.
And it's just to pay the writers,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice to compensate them, but
Mm-hmm.
they have the option to compensate them less. And then also the ticket sales will be helping, is what
Yeah.
they say.
Could always start with 450.
I like that.
Given we weren't able to fund them at all last year,
Mm-hmm.
I would think that any amount you're able to give them is
Yeah.
positive progress.
Yep.
I mean, I try.
So then we have the two Neshoba Neighbors Speaker Series and Neshoba Symphonic Band. Are those,
Two
Oh.
separate things.
okay, they're separate and they're outside of town?
So, the Nestroba Symphonic Band is outside of town, but does have some members within town. So
Okay.
that's a weird one. So
Mhm.
we, for a few years, we funded a little bit, and then they kept not actually doing the paperwork to get the money from us, and then we decided, okay, we're just not gonna fund it now, and then the year after that, we actually got someone in town sending, you know, a request to support it, so
Okay.
we I think that might have been for last year, and you know, so that's one where, you know, it does involve people in town. It's not that far to travel, but it's also not in town, so
Mhm.
you may feel less inclined to want
Maybe
to.
take 100 off it.
I think it's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a symphonic. Well,
Yeah, and so the
400.
Neshoba Neighbors is a group that's based in the surrounding towns. I'm not sure what towns it serves, other than
mhm.
that it does serve Berlin, and that Berlin people are involved in it. So it from what I gather, it's organization that is helping out, you know, seniors with you know, things they need. You know, you need, you know,
Yeah, I've
a
met.
ride somewhere, or you know, help
need-
with something in your garden, or
Yeah, I've met them. They're an interesting group.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a peer-to-peer support, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
yeah. So
Again,
I
drop it
know
down
some
to
of those
400
people.
just to
Yeah.
try to shave it down. Okay.
I think that's
Is that the
Neshoba Neighbors?
speaker series?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just looking, even if you take 100 off each of these, you're not going to get down to that
Yeah.
Mhm.
amount.
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
we won't. But we haven't talked about.
you'll get closer.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah.
closer,
Do you
but
wanna-
still not there.
Do you want to?
Right when you have no input.
Yeah. We can hover over the 600 ones,
Mhm.
because there's a couple 600 ones.
Yeah.
We can slash more.
I'm gonna pop up to those.
Yeah.
We already did the writing one.
We did the writing one.
There's the adult improv.
Adult improv.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's one we have tried to support, but we haven't been able to every year because,
Mhm.
again,
That's at 19 Carter,
I
right?
believe it is at 19 Carter.
it is
yeah.
at 19 Carter. Yeah, so I think last year that was one we did not
Okay.
for.
And they're asking for the full 600.
All right.
They say if the full amount cannot be funded, I will have to scale back. Funds will cover running the program once a month for 4 months between January and December. If necessary, I will have to cut the number of months the program can be offered.
Okay.
But they also got no funding last year and still did it. So
Right. So
So
maybe
people paid.
but
do
they're
it.
getting something from somewhere.
yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe drop that down to like 400 or something.
I'd say
I was
400.
saying even 300.
I mean, we got to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll do 300 and see.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than last year.
Yeah.
right? They got nothing.
Yeah, after all, they get funded from somewhere, so.
Yeah, they got nothing and still they persevere. So let's see, that's
So the other two bigger ticket items are the Mass Capetta workshop and performance, and the fused glass sun catchers, both at the library.
You wanna take a look at the Mass Opera one first?
capoeira.
Capoeira, is that how it's pronounced?
Oops.
Yeah, no, you're so good at. I haven't really looked at how that's spelled before, but
Mhm.
it's a type of dance.
Brazilian.
Brazilian martial
Yeah.
art dance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Capoeira.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which
Learn
is really
something
cool,
new.
Yeah,
People really like enjoy it, I feel.
yeah.
So that's for anyone, any age?
Let's take a look. It says it's going to be at the 1870 Town Hall.
Okay.
It's going to be geared towards, I believe, kids, school kids.
Okay.
It says they can serve 30 school kids. Let's see.
Yeah, most of the library programs are
That's-
generally
Have
geared
been
to the
kids,
kids.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Okay.
So I can't do Brazilian dance, okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're geared towards kids. That probably isn't restricted.
I'd be the only adult, but you know.
I'll go.
After all, you can always represent the cultural council, right?
You could
Yeah.
see
Making
how it,
sure our money's being used.
yeah, fill out the survey and whatnot.
I'll try not to embarrass you, okay?
Well, I've always felt bad that like I don't end up almost ever attending any of the events over the years. Like,
Well, see,
I-
I have been to 19 Carter, and I've been
Me
to
too.
some of those. They've been great.
But yeah, this one says capoeira serves as a healthy outlet for children and practitioners of all ages, providing opportunities for physical exercise, artistic expression, personal development, and cultural exploration and exchange. A holistic mind, body, soul experience. Practitioners will develop competence, discipline, physical strength, balance, control, skills in martial arts, music, foreign language, and it's Afro-Brazilian roots.
Yeah.
So it'll celebrate the culture and traditions of
Yeah.
neighbors and friends and coworkers, which is
Yeah.
very nice.
Mm.
Some diversity.
Yeah, because most of the others are pretty Western,
Yeah,
you know, so it's nice to
Euro-American.
get more diverse.
And the library, are they usually free programs?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they can't make the money up on tickets or ticket sales.
yeah. No, usually their other source of funding would be from the Friends of the Library if
Okay.
Okay.
something falls short.
And it says that in how they will make up for it. They say the Friends of the
Okay.
Library may be able to supplement
Okay.
funding and yeah, pretty great. And the 1870 Town Hall is letting them use the venue seemingly for free
Free.
because it's not in the
Okay.
budget.
Right.
So
So what if we just dropped it down to like 500 right now? They're asking 650.
we could do 450.
You're even gonna be tougher.
I mean, I just feel like we're gonna have to come around to
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I would like to support it
Yeah.
fully, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the Friends can handle it.
I think so.
And they're not gonna not do it, which is
Right,
nice.
right, right,
If I
right.
were to see that they were like, oh, maybe we,
Yeah.
Well, that's when we're deciding what to reject. That sometimes like okay, you don't have a plan B, and you don't
We
have the
don't
money
have a
for
plan B.
you
Yeah.
to not have a plan B.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
so
find writing like that to be pretty manipulative anyway.
yeah,
So
I think it's.
So we've already cut 2150, 2,150 because I've been keeping track.
Guys,
too
Yeah.
shabby.
Yeah, it's
So
getting
we're-
better.
So we're not too bad, all things considered.
are we fine to do that 450? Do
Yeah.
it by 200? Okay,
Yeah.
minus 200.
Oh,
Okay.
Party!
There we are. Alright, and then the fuse glass sun catchers.
Yeah.
And that's a Berlin Public Library one again, so they'll have the Friends be able
Yeah.
to supplement, and they also are asking for the full amount of 600.
So if we cut 250 again.
I would say sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or wait, cut.
so that
cut.
makes it 350
Yeah.
we should
because
probably
they're
keep it-
asking
should we
6 for
keep it
6.
up
Yeah.
400?
You
Yeah,
wanna keep
maybe
it more
keep
like
it at
4.
4.
Okay.
Because wait, is the Capoeira one more? Yeah, it was 650 instead
Yep.
of 600.
Okay.
So we're agreeing to subtract
Mhm.
200.
Yep.
Okay, so 400.
We have a little over 1,000 left to cut.
Awesome.
Get there.
Shall we move down to the 500 ones then?
Think-
Sure, where's, oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, classic songs would be next then, I believe.
Classic songs, Jonathan, we're coming for you.
We looked at supervillains if we keep cutting. No, we'll be
Is that also at 19 Carter?
Yeah, is that 19?
It's at the Berlin Council on Aging Senior Center,
Which doesn't exist.
which doesn't exist.
Well, that's, yeah, I
Right.
keep thinking, where is that? But there isn't one.
Oh, Jonathan. Okay,
Because I'd probably be going there if there was one.
right.
Yes, that is always a frustrating thing when people are doing grants is clearly they're, dealing with a lot of towns and they don't always,
So
do
where
quite as much research, but it
where
did,
is he going to perform?
It doesn't say on here, it says the thing that doesn't exist. They also are asking for 500 out of the full 500, and they applied to other cultural councils, including Norfolk, Norwood, Dennis,
Yeah.
Worcester,
How did
Framingham,
we let
Lexington,
that one
and
get by?
Manchester.
I'm surprised
I
we
was
didn't
gonna
say,
ditch
yeah.
that.
Deny
That's
that?
something we would have denied.
well, I think
You're right.
the fact that they
That is true.
were dealing with the Council on Aging, so that they, if there are any individuals, blah, 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 please list them below, and said that Melissa Sargent, the Director of the Council on Aging, was helping arrange the program, so I think,
Okay.
I think,
I vaguely remember that.
so I think
Yeah.
that is
That's
why
really
that
neat.
squeaked
Okay.
through,
He's lucky he got Melissa.
yeah.
But in that case, we could slash it
Yeah.
down to.
I was gonna say we want to slash it by a half, 250. That might be a little low, but
Yeah, 250 or 3. Yeah.
I was thinking 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
me
fine.
too.
So
what do you
three.
want to give?
so take away 300.
Oh, you're.
Or
I was like,
meant-
oh,
or
no,
no,
I was
no, too
thinking
much.
give him 3
give him
yeah, we wanna
3.
give 'em 3.
because we're doing better than 100 on each of them. So
Yeah.
All right, so if we give him 3,
Take away 200.
okay.
I don't blame you though. He is getting from a lot of different
I
sources.
know. I just.
Yeah,
I
well,
wanna,
I mean, that's probably for events in a lot of different
Mm.
places.
True.
Yeah.
well,
but the other ones are going to be harder to cut because they're
Yeah.
the library.
it
and
Yeah.
says if you have
senior.
applied to other tribal or local cultural councils for this specific
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, but I think,
They might quickly scan over them and then just throw them in because they assume.
And it says this
I-
project is taking place only on April 15th.
yeah, I think that's probably a mistake in how they interpreted answering the question.
Oh,
That
okay.
they
I
are
get it.
preparing the same exact program for multiple locations, and they are
Mm.
treating it for the purposes of that question, so they're not asking for Norfolk for, it's Burlington, but,
I get it. That's benefit of the doubt. I like it.
And we're giving the
That's
other
good.
guy, who's doing the music of McCartney, he's getting 300.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
it's the same.
I think that's fair
Yeah.
to give him 300. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then we're looking at trial Lizzie Borden. We're moving back up.
Lizzie.
Lizzie. She's gonna have a tough time, Liz.
yeah, well, I mean, given the context, the
Context or
context of hatchet murders that, or is it action? In any case, it seems to imply that something ought to be caught.
Oh, MJ.
It just seems like that's on brand.
Well done. Well done. It's
I like it. I like
8:15.
it.
yeah,
He's
that's
coming
good.
up with that.
Maybe we are going to be looking at the supervillains.
Alright.
Yeah, we're on track, eh?
Alright, how much are we taking off of Liz?
I think 50's fine.
So
Lowest-
400?
Yeah, lowest we get to probably like 400.
Yeah.
Into these. And then
Alright,
we start adding back.
Yeah.
4th of July.
I think
4th of July. If we're already should we go back to the wizard guy? If we're already going back down to 4th. The wizard is 450.
Yeah.
We gotta cut another $790.
Mhm.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought we were at the point where
We might have to take some from Ed.
So
yeah,
Ed the
maybe
wizard.
100 from Ed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think.
350 for Ed.
Okay, so it's another 100.
Check this too.
Yeah, someone check my math, cause,
Yeah,
I'm on the case.
good, thank you.
yeah, so right now, I have us down to 7,835, but I also had the file crash on me and I reopened it, so I may have made a mistake in remembering what we did, so I think after we do our first pass through, I'd like to borrow
Yeah.
someone's notes to.
Yeah, we'll double check,
double check.
yeah, to make sure we all remember.
What number do you have right now, MJ?
I have 7,835.
For the,
Oh, for the
Total.
Yeah,
that we're at.
okay. 339.
would it be better if I
I was
put
just
that
doing
in the
it,
form of how much has been taken out?
yeah, I
So
was
then
doing
it would be
I
like
was doing that way.
another 600.
610 we got.
610,
Is that
yeah.
for you too?
let me see, 3390 minus,
610.
I got 640.
Oh, 610 left that we need to cut?
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
had-
that's where my math is
Okay,
right
so
now.
we're-
610. Okay.
All right. Somewhere
Actually,
else.
we hadn't gone too far before.
so if you took 100
We have
off,
880 off of the link one.
Oh, okay.
Because we left it at 800. That one
Got
tripped me
you.
up for a sec.
Yeah, that must have been where I screwed up.
Because
Yep.
we left it at 800 but took 880. 'cause it
Got
was-
you. Yeah, that's where I screwed up. Yep.
I had a brain freak out for a second on that.
All right,
so if you
so
took about 100 off each of the ones that are left, then
Might be good.
that would,
Put us under the amount that we need.
yeah.
You may also want to revisit whether taking anything from 19 Carter, as much as we endeavor to.
mhm.
I think the only time we've ever given them the full amount was like when COVID was going on, and we
Mhm.
actually had a year where there weren't a lot of requests, so one year we had more money to give out.
Right.
We actually gave some more than people requested.
Should
But
we-
that didn't last very long. Then it was back to, here's like, 26 grant requests that is double what you have to give out.
So, okay, so
Should we take like 200?
out of the summer concert series,
Yeah.
I guess we could. So then that would,
As much as it pains me.
So that would bring it
yeah,
down
that
to.
could be tricky.
That would bring it down to
Family gathering.
300.
No, still,
It would be bring us
two,
down to 410.
4, yeah.
We'd
Okay.
have 410 to cut.
Okay, that's not bad because we could,
And you've got about 5 that you haven't.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5. Yeah, well, yeah, we didn't cut anything of Paul McCartney either.
Oh, where's Paul McCartney?
He's right under classic songs.
He's getting the same as the classic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see what he's got.
Yeah,
going
see
on.
what it says about him.
Paul.
You may want to cut a little further from the Neshoba band.
I was thinking that too.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that too.
What are we down to now from them?
We're,
For Neshoba, both
We-
Neshobas, we have it from 500 to 400 for both.
Okay.
and last year we gave the symphonic band 300.
I'd say that's good.
Yeah.
Let's do
alright.
that instead.
Yeah.
300 instead of 400, making it minus
Mhm.
200 for the symphonic band.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that it is reasonably local, and it does have some
Mhm.
Berlin people involved, but it's still out of town, and still mostly not to do with us. So.
And then back to Paul McCartney, it's the $300 they're asking for is just the artist's salary, and that's the only thing in their budget.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sort of comfortable leaving that alone.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay,
pretty
so then we
low, yeah.
got the 4th of July then and now, Berlin Senior Citizens at 400.
July,
Do
400.
we know what they're asking? If they've got,
4th of July. There we are. They're asking for 400 out of 400.
mhm,
$100 of that goes to use of 19 Carter. 300 of that is for the performer.
okay,
They have the Senior Citizens Association is prepared to resort to withdrawing monies from its treasury account.
excellent, give them 300. We
I'm
will.
down for that.
Okay,
210 to go.
oof,
I'm
Oh, that
feeling
reminds me, I should,
feeling it.
I can email Judy and let her know that we approved the grant modification.
Thank you, OJ.
Oh, nice. So, on top of it.
I try to be. Doesn't,
we gotta get
Always
rid of 210,
We gotta get rid of 210.
so if we take 50 off everybody else, then we just have 10 to sneak out, right? Cause there's 4 people, 4?
Believe so, yeah.
well, I
Four
would
left.
suggest that regardless of what amounts of 50 you take anywhere, given the fact that the summer reading kickoff has a very odd 385, that it deserves to lose $10 right there for not being a nice,
50
neat
or
multiple
100,
25.
I agree.
Yes.
So, right, so we give Henna 300, Animal Adventures,
Hannah 300.
right? 300 and something.
Three,
Magical Winter Lights, 300.
300 minus 50.
And what for the animal?
325, I think, was the
Oh,
implication from
Yeah,
the conversation.
Yep.
Which one is?
Animal Adventures,
Animal.
325.
So give them 325. So that brings us to what?
Oh, 325, not 3 instead of 385.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we're taking off
Be 60.
60. Thank you for that. I could not do it.
and then
I'm
the
good with math when I don't have a calculator in front of me, then it all goes away.
Yeah.
and the winter lights is 300 instead of
Mhm.
350.
Okay, 300, so that's minus 50. Lights. Animal. So that's 160 minus 210. We're at 50.
Are you kidding me? We need 50 more.
Well,
Need 50 more.
We haven't done the St. Patrick's Day celebration.
Yeah, it's either St. Patrick's Day or McCartney's music.
Mm. Let's see.
Or we could take 25 from each, I guess.
Yeah.
We're gonna nickel and dime this down to the
Yeah.
nth degree.
I mean,
We
I believe
could.
that's how it was last year too,
Yeah.
right?
I would feel bias if we left one untouched
Okay.
without a good reason.
So 275.
275. Okay.
All right.
Which ones have we, did we get?
McCartney and the St.
St.
Patrick's
Patrick's Day.
Day.
And I'm going to
Let's double
add.
check.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check all of this math.
Did we make sure to add the 25 from?
Yeah, we're,
Okay.
The 25 from where?
from,
Well,
the-
from-
Oh.
The grant modification.
Yeah.
Yes, I had been working off of the 3390
Right up. Okay.
instead of the reduced original was 3415.
Awesome.
So I subtracted.
I agree.
Because-
Yeah,
yeah.
I get you.
Thank you. Okay.
yeah, so,
I'm just gonna run this really quick. I'm missing something that we have maybe $20 over, but I might have just.
What was the total you came to?
7,000 of money
That
that
we're
we're
giving?
giving out, 7,220 instead of 7,200 even, but I could be wrong somewhere.
Well, why don't I read through what I
Yeah.
have,
Okay,
and
beautiful.
we can see if we, so right now, according to the numbers I have, we're at 350 for At the Wizard,
Yeah.
Mhm.
300 for Wicked Good Henna,
Mm-hmm.
325 for Animal Adventures, 300 for Magical Winter Lights, 450 for the, I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce the Mass Workshop and Performance,
Yeah.
400 for diffused glass sun catchers, 275 for St. Patrick's Day celebration, 300 for the 4th of July, 400 for Lizzie Borden, 300 for the adult improv, 300 for the classic songs, 275 for the McCartney one, 800 for the cardboard explosion, 400 for Neshoba Neighbor Speaker Series, 300 for Neshoba Symphonic Band, 500 for the social singing, 800 for the summer concerts at 19 Carter, and 450 for the Worcester Writers Collective.
I thought we brought the summer concert series down a little bit more.
No, I think
It
we
to
went
800.
to 800.
It was 800,
Okay,
I think.
Yeah.
There was the other concert
Oh.
we did
Yeah,
to
We went to
500.
500. Yeah.
So I had 320 for the Animal Adventures instead of 325, so it was
Okay.
off by 20.
Oh,
But it
so
still
what did
is
you get?
over by 25, and I did that twice now.
It was
It's the same.
7,125.
7,225, and we have 7,200 to give away.
No,
So-
the 25 we're getting back from.
She included that in the first.
Oh wait, you're right. You're perfect. Yeah,
I wouldn't
included
go
it
that
in
far.
this
I'm a nice
way,
enough guy,
but not in this way. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's why it takes all of our beautiful brains.
In
Amazing.
that case,
That was really
we're just
satisfying.
perfect right now.
Perfect. Yeah, let's not mess with perfection.
Yeah. Feel great.
Yeah.
And all of those numbers that you said, MJ, were correct from all of us, I think.
In that case, if we are all happy with these numbers, we just want to do some quick making sure calculations. I don't want to interrupt you if you are.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
You have all the right numbers because you were mentioning that you were like.
Well, I added all the numbers I have here, the ones that we switched it to, which was 7,125.
I did it twice, and I got 7,225.
So I'm missing 100 then somewhere.
But I'll
Hang
run
on.
it again as well.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, me
We
too.
can all do it.
So let me just read them out really quickly. 350,
Yeah.
300,
Mhm.
325, 300,
Mm-hmm.
450, 400,
Mhm.
275, 300, 400, 300, 300, 275, 800, 300.
No, 400 for the Neshoba Neighbor
Yeah.
Speaker Series.
Oh, that's
And
That's
it's
where-
so we were
300
giving
for the next one.
400
Yeah.
for that. Okay,
Mhm.
that's where it's different then,
Yeah.
because I had 3. Okay.
But it is 300 for the next one.
Yeah, 300, then 5, then 8, then 450.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where the 100
So I
is
got
then, 'cause-
7,225, which is what we're supposed to have.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's my third time, and it is.
Yeah. No, that's right then, because
Yeah,
I had.
well, it's good
wrong
that
one.
we
Another triple
Yeah.
check.
because
Mm-hmm.
we need to all be clear
Yeah.
that we're on the right page here. Cool.
Yay.
Awesome. If anybody wants to begin a motion to accept
Uh,
all the numbers as written.
Do do I need to, someone else,
I
can you do the motion?
believe this is one of those voting things.
Yeah, okay, did you just make the motion?
No, he's asking
Okay,
someone.
I'll make the motion that we accept, the adjustments to the requests as we just discussed.
Okay, a second.
All right, then all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, cool, cool
Excellent.
beans. Alright,
Yay,
yay,
team.
well done.
I thought that was actually pretty well done.
Yeah, it could have been a lot more painful. I'm
Yeah.
proud
Well,
of us.
Yeah.
There is always a certain level of pain to it, because, there's things you want to give more money to, but I've always felt that if that weren't the case, if there weren't, then what's the point of having the cultural council? If all we were doing is like, okay,
Right.
this meets the
Rubber
requirements,
stamping,
they have to
right.
just give it, then it loses the human element, and,
Mhm.
there just wouldn't be a point to it, so.
You might just have the hardest job.
Oh.
And you never know, one day you may get more money.
Yeah.
No,
You
Well,
never know.
that 1 year when we didn't have much for COVID, that was fun.
hopefully no other COVID started.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
That was a chaotic time.
a tough time.
Yeah,
I watched
or any other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a movie and it was like taking place at the start of COVID, and I started getting like, real panicky symptoms, and I thought, wow, I'm having a total physiological reaction to this movie.
Oh my
It was
God.
Like
very
Too
upsetting.
soon.
PTSD.
Yeah,
Too
it was
soon.
very, I didn't expect it at all. I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
gosh, I'm upset.
Well, at least you had the professional skills to be able to identify what.
Yes.
what-
Deep
That is
breaths,
pretty
Valerie,
impressive,
deep breaths.
Anywho, we can move on to the community survey then. We're required to do a community survey. This is what we were mentioning, I believe, near the beginning of the meeting. Right?
Yeah. So I think I sent around what we did last year. I think that might have had. I think we've done this method the past couple of years, and last year we made some little tweaks to the questions. So I don't know if there are any additional tweaks you want to make.
I was looking at it. Is there a reason why, I'm assuming the PDF, you cut it, the paper in half, and you have two.
Yeah.
So is there a reason why the text is at the bottom instead of at the top?
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Oh, I see
like,
what you're talking
forgot.
about.
You're seeing, I
I-
don't know if
on
you,
it-
oh yeah, did you print it out?
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah,
this.
so like when you
Yeah,
cut
that
it
should
in
be-
half,
Yeah.
it just,
Yeah.
for me, I was thinking it would make more sense to have the words
Mhm.
like prefacing the questions.
Yes.
I think we I think it had been that way before, and
Oh, yes, okay.
I think this was a suggestion you had made.
Yeah.
on-
I believe we put it at the bottom specifically because I had noticed that because I think it was at the top, a lot less people were doing it, and we might have just moved it to the bottom. It was either that,
That's so
or-
funny.
it was either process of elimination, or it was because I noticed how a lot of the things that my father was getting at work, or other people were getting at work, it was designed similarly with a lot of the instructions at the bottom,
Really?
or at least the
Interesting.
things that specify what it's for were at the bottom. I think that might have been the reason.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think
Yeah.
your
So,
logic
it's like
was that if
Okay.
it would just go straight into the questions, people are more likely to start checking it off versus
Oh, I see what you're
if
saying.
they're having to read through the
Yeah,
reasons
long
why that
verbiage.
it
I get
Right.
it.
it's less appealing.
Yeah, I don't have, I think the questions were fine. I just think the formatting is hard to use effectively, personally. And I would just format like things a bit differently to make it easier to use. I'd have to play with it some, but I think the formatting's a little quirky.
Like circling.
Yeah, I'd have
Maybe
it
like a check.
checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just visually, I think, hard to negotiate, and I think particularly for older people and maybe people with learning issues, it's just
to have it sort of lined up with the
Yeah,
boxes.
to have it more sequential would be more effective.
Right.
I believe when we most recently redid it, we were having a lot of children's events. So I kept in the mind of parents rather than anybody older.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been why we stuck to these circular,
Yeah.
like circle answers.
Yeah,
But if
and
you-
and honestly, I'm just coming from a place of having designed surveys, so
Mm.
you know, and I teach, so I think a lot about
Yeah.
that kind of stuff now.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
you can tell me if this is right.
Yeah.
Like here, for example, you mean just have them
Check boxes next to
and
the
lined up. So
yeah.
see where it's all these are all down sort of
Yeah.
mixed in together. Instead of that, have them lined up.
Yeah.
So one is below.
I mean, I'm
the
happy
next
to
one.
do it.
So you,
I just worry about them being below because we already have 2 per one. It
doesn't
makes
ha-
it very efficient.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
get
want
what
to
you're
take too
saying.
much of the paper up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I
Mm,
mean, I can play with it and see if I could keep it to half a page and
well, yeah, because you've got what,
I like
1,
that
2,
half a
3,
page thing.
4,
It is efficient.
yeah.
6.
I mean, were people comfortable with the questions on it?
From what I
Yeah.
can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the bones of it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get, honestly, I think you have a better chance of getting better data if it's visually easier to sort through. Because I think what happens is when people are, might be sort of searching for the response, they're just gonna go, oh, whatever.
I get you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just been my experience with, developing instruments and surveys and things like that.
So instead of the circle ones, we might put check marks. Is that
Well,
what
Yeah,
and
and
also you
sequential.
could, like here where you've got
You could
1,
have
2,
two.
3, 4. You could put 3
Mm-hmm.
in a row, and then the other 3 next
Yeah.
to those in
Yeah.
a row.
Yeah.
And the
It might be.
boxes for checking would make it clearer.
Yeah.
Like
I think.
instead of
Mm.
having the free form.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Do you want to have a specific question that addresses the pricing of the events? Like, was it
That's a
worth
good
the
idea.
money,
Mm-hmm.
or do you know? I just thought that was.
Was it too expensive?
Was it too expensive? Did you feel good about paying this much money for the ticket? If it was like, because I know a lot of the events are covered by the cost
Mm-hmm.
of the ticket, and then they say if we can't fund them fully, they might increase the ticket
Mhm.
price. And I'm just wondering for future
Well,
information.
I'll just tell you from my experience, they had, and maybe you remember funding this, they had a sound bath at
Yeah,
19
yeah.
Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I went, because it was $10,
Mm.
but that's when it was subsidized. And then the next time I looked, and I was like, oh, now the price has really gone up.
It was like
So I didn't
25
go.
or something, right?
Yeah, so I didn't go. I
Yeah.
went the first time when it
Yeah.
was $10.
Right.
So
So if it is
Yeah.
too expensive, they might not even go.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So maybe a question saying something like, because we want to make sure it's not pushing people into answering in a particular
yeah,
way.
yeah.
I know.
So I have to think about
Yeah.
this a second.
Well, my only question would be, is it going to be useful data when some of the events are paid and some of them aren't?
Right,
When
well,
we're
we can-
getting,
We can frame the question.
It would have
If
to be
this-
framed.
If there was a ticket cost to this event or something, did you feel it was reasonable or, affordable?
Mhm.
I guess we have
Yeah.
to think about what is it we really want to know.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you feel it's important? Do you guys feel that information would be worth it or not?
I don't know. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the question because it is somewhat important, especially due to the fact that we have been adding or taking away, I should say, more and more money, because just frankly we don't have enough money to
Yeah.
handle these. So it would be a good question to ask. I just want to be kind of wary about the, a question where it's not relevant to all especially seeing as a lot of them are free.
Mhm.
That's the
Right.
only thing I kind of worry about, or
Mhm.
wary about, I guess. But I think it might be a good idea to do a trial run this time.
Could see how it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See how it goes. See
You
if
can
it's
think
useful
more
information.
about it with your
Well,
background
Yeah,
about
well,
how
I
it
mean,
should
I'm not
be
saying that I'm
worded.
expert on it, I'm just thinking like, we could say something like, if this event had a cost
Right.
to you, did you think it was affordable, or was this, an-
Too
you know?
high, too low, yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, I don't, yeah,
I-
yeah,
I think it would be a good time to do a trial.
yeah,
We do a trial this time. We
Mhm.
actually see if the information is potent to our
Yeah.
next choices.
Right.
And if it is, then we
Mhm.
probably might want to continue with it. If it isn't,
Yeah.
then we'll take it off.
Okay, great.
okay, I'll
So-
play around with that. You know,
Right.
and if you want, I'll play around with it, and then I'll send it out to all of you to critique, and we can make any adjustments as we need to.
That would be great. Yeah, I'm just thinking because next time when we do this, if we get results that show a certain event was by far deemed one end or another, then we will
Mhm.
take less or more depending on
Mhm.
that. And
Yeah.
but that's assuming there's definitive data that we get. So if there's
Right.
not definitive data, we can just nix the
Because,
question
I mean,
next
if
year.
you'd have asked me, I would have said, oh, $10 was very reasonable.
Right,
Mhm,
right.
mhm.
But then the next amount,
Right,
I was like, well, I have to think about this.
right,
Right.
right,
Because, you know, you've got to figure out, well, is the money going here or there or...
Right.
So I had to think more about it
Yep.
the next time.
Makes
So
sense.
And in that case, if we had a question that would address that, then we would maybe prioritize funding a sound bath type deal because
Mhm,
that type of increase would put off engagement,
mhm, mhm.
which is what we.
And there were a lot of people there for the $10, I can
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
I don't
a
doubt.
lot.
Yeah.
They had no space left on the floor.
Yeah. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
But
So,
sad.
Are we good with the method though of using these questions and giving them out with the award letters and?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think that's the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You give out like a stack of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Yeah, so we, and so
The
that then will beg the question of, now that we've made decisions and I can put together award letters and such, do we want to formally meet to approve changes and delay sending that out, or do we want to, I keep saying we, I shouldn't say we, do you want to empower Valerie to use her best judgment and simply informally ask for input, but
I think
make it, kind of approve it now and then it can
Yeah.
occur before you meet
Yeah, I
again.
don't think we need to have a meeting just
Yeah.
to
I
do
think
that.
I will informally ask you.
You got it. Yeah, and the way, I'll play around with it and then send it out, and, you all can, if you have a idea of how to frame the question,
Great.
that would be great.
Do we have to move to empower you?
Yes.
I
believe-
move to
believe
empower
this is one of
Valerie.
those things.
I second it.
Thank you.
So then, all in favor of having Valerie adjust the community survey?
Actually, probably Mickey would be really good at this, because she does research, right?
Well, you can always talk to her.
Yeah.
Your
Try to hit her
empowerment
up.
to
You're
I'm
not.
empowered to
Now
talk
you
to
have
anybody.
power.
I do have a question. Do you always send the same when you decline someone? Is it always that same statement?
Yeah, so,
that you-
so the,
Good question.
when they're declined, that just goes through the system at this point, so we aren't sending, I'm clicking a box in the system and it
Mhm.
just sends them something, so they
Okay.
don't get like a letter from us on that, they just get an
It's a
email.
standard, yeah.
Yeah,
Just comes from the-
and it does give you
And
Does
the
that
option
comes
to
from MCC.
give
okay.
them more detailed answers as to why, but I think our general feeling has been that
Don't
given,
say too much.
yeah, and if you give,
This is more.
if
yeah.
you give
Yeah.
reasons to some people, not other people, that it just felt that for for bureaucratic reasons, not to give them a deeper answer, even if there was a deeper answer that might be useful. But the approval letters, which Deborah left last time, examples that I'll retype up, but they're kind of pretty boilerplate too. The big difference is that, so for the 1,500 that comes from the town, those have to be done before June 30th, so of the money we've approved, we'll have to identify 1,500 of it to,
Okay, so how do we make that determination, which comes out of the town?
ones
Oh,
that are
it's-
gonna happen earlier in the year.
Oh,
So
okay,
so
okay.
like something like the St. Patrick's Day one, for example, we could feel pretty safe in
Mm-hmm,
them completing it before June 30th.
okay, okay. Is there ever a challenge of making that
So
budget work? You know what I'm
So
saying?
one challenge we had was there. We had one where we thought it was going to be done beforehand. It was a library one, but it was scheduled for when we had a special town meeting, which
Okay.
obviously had not been,
Right,
planned for. So they ended up rescheduling until after, like, something like July 2nd. So
right,
Deborah ended up switching what funds were coming from where on something else to, I think, a different grant got. I think in that case what she did was she had us pay part of 19 Carter's from the town funds and part from the
Okay.
state funds,
okay.
but
So, who makes that am I supposed to make the determination about,
either one of us. I'm
Okay.
going to be writing the letter, so I mean, Deborah's always done it, but I presume that I can figure out based on the
Okay.
grants at 1,500, but I can,
that'd be great for the first time around, I'd appreciate it.
yeah. Did she leave you with any envelopes and stamps from,
I believe she did. We do have some, Winter Wonderland. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Envelopes.
yeah, I'm happy to figure out where they're coming, I'll reach out to you, double check with you that whatever I figured out makes
Okay.
sense.
That would be great.
Good.
I don't know.
I just, the thing I haven't figured out yet is where I'm gonna print them, cause I think 18 award letters is maybe a bit more than I just wanna print out at work.
I can print them, I don't mind
Okay.
printing them.
So if I give you files, you can print them out?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I have a printer at home, it's no problem
Okay.
to print. As long as nothing has to be in color, right? I don't have color.
no, I mean,
We cheaped
yeah,
out
on
second time
these,
around
you
when my
know,
printer
the,
died.
the
I won't blame
hyperlinks are in color, but they don't need to be.
Okay, so if you're gonna send them to me, I'll just
Yeah.
mail them out, right?
Well, you'll have to print them out, he will have to sign them,
Okay,
but we can play around with that later, so long
alright,
as
it's
you're,
gonna require some coordination.
yeah,
We all live, like, I could just cruise down the street.
yeah,
Maybe I can just give you my number and you can text me. I'll drive
Okay.
over
Alright,
okay,
when I don't
that's
have work.
cool, yeah.
okay, so
No
I'll
problem.
produce the letters,
Thank
you'll
you.
print them,
I'll sign.
you'll sign,
Okay,
and you'll mail them out?
I'll mail them out.
Okay.
I have the stamps.
Yes, and we
And Jane
can,
and I will just hang out.
and,
You'll be supportive.
From afar.
and
Okay.
when those stamps or envelopes
Okay.
or whatever run out, you can request,
I've got envelopes, I mean.
yeah, well,
Okay.
we have administrative funds, so
I
you do
know,
not have
but-
to eat the cost of.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've got like one of those giant boxes that
Okay.
you just move around from place to place, so.
Okay,
It
I'd
would
like
be
to,
doing a favor.
It would,
though,
yeah, it would
like,
give me a little
okay.
drawer space.
so I just don't want anyone feeling, you know.
Thank you,
that-
very appreciative of you thinking of
Okay.
that.
And
Alright.
they can't print them here?
I don't know that there's any, we can photocopy here,
Yeah,
Oh,
but I don't
okay.
know that there's any, like, general computer. I mean, I suppose if necessary, we could, you know, ask, you know, Dee or someone to print them
Well,
out,
if
but,
there was a problem, you know.
but-
yeah,
but
it's
it-
not
you
a problem
know-
for me to print them,
okay,
yeah,
Great.
but,
yeah, no, I can print
And
them.
if there was, I could print
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
of course.
so
if there was a
what,
problem.
what we've done we printed out a copy for them, a copy
For
to-
us, yeah.
and for some of them, I think the last year or two, Deborah printed out extra copies for some of them where there were one. I'm not sure if there are any grants where that's relevant, but like library ones where it was the performer who did the grant and not the library, she'd print out a copy so that the library had a record of it. So if
Okay.
there are any,
We'll figure it out,
okay.
I'm not worried about it.
In that case, that's settled. So that way, we can actually discuss the town report, which is probably the only real thing that I have to do too much work in now. But basically, every year in the town book, I guess, that comes out, there has to be a report from most, if not all, councils, I believe.
Yeah, all the town departments have one, so, you know, when I was chair, I always wrote that, and then we'd have a brief meeting in January where you'd approve the content of that, and if, occasionally there'd be some other minor, you know, thing to do at that meeting, but mostly just a very quick meeting, and then last year when Chris took over as chair, we went over to 19 Carter and wrote that together.
It is really nice in there, huh?
Yes.
So nice.
Anywho,
So-
so yeah, no, basically, I will be writing the town report,
Mhm.
most likely with the assistance of MJ.
Yeah.
And then
Power
we're-
duo.
Yeah.
we try. But and then the next meeting, that will be taking place in January at any
Yeah.
point, honestly, guys, whenever you're free. We'll just make a quick vote on it after probably I wanna read it or let you guys take a look at it on your own. as
Yeah.
well.
Great.
Whenever it's produced, we'll,
Email it over.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
When
it's
do you-
usually just like we put in, you know, what grants we support, you know, talk about, you know, some of the money stuff, and then, you know, some things, you know, this person joined the council, this person left, you know, it's
Yeah.
pretty, the circumstances kind of write the report, it's just, you know, how to word things and
Sure,
such.
so do we need to decide on when we're meeting again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're getting to now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glad it's January, because I won't be around in February. I'll be
Lucky
in
break.
jolly
Yeah.
old England.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
Go to see my 94-year-old mother.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Whereabouts?
She lives in, it's a little village called Pangbourne in Berkshire.
Oh, how
Yeah,
lovely.
it's very, I'm going to sound like an American now, quaint.
So cute.
But it is thatched roof cottages
Oh,
and
how
the
lovely.
river and, yeah.
Oh, that sounds quite
It
lovely.
is.
Yeah,
Mm.
cool.
In that case, though, take a look at.
Yeah, January.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think usually those reports are due like by the end of January, so that's
Okay.
kind of why it's
Yep.
the January thing, but
So normally we meet on a Thursday. Does that continue to be okay for everybody?
Yep.
All right, and then we want to take a look at different days of the month. Do we want to meet in more the beginning or the end of the month? What are we thinking?
I have a busy beginning of the month. I feel like the 15th or onward would be
Yeah.
good for me. Or the 15th maybe, so in case we don't approve the thing, which makes, but that's like,
Well, I mean,
cringe at the
there's a-
thought.
I mean, generally, you know, Deborah
Just-
would catch some spelling mistake, or you know, there's minor editing to be done, or
But we can vote on it on the spot.
Yeah,
about the editing and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Great.
then carry on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
great.
get what you're saying, though, just in
Yeah,
case.
no,
I get it, I
Something.
no, that
So-
that's smart thinking. I mean, we always try to.
22nd, would that?
It works for
Anyone?
me.
22nd works for me too.
All right.
All right,
In that
so
case, the 22nd.
7:30 on the 22nd.
And that gives Chris and I plenty of time to arrange when to meet.
Yep.
Cool.
And find a nice quiet night where nothing's going on at 19 Carbon.
Try not
Makes
to do
it
it
a
last minute
convenient-
either.
Are we sticking with 7:30?
I believe so.
Yeah, that works for me.
That's, yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to meet.
I work till 7, so
Yeah.
that's one reason why we haven't met
Yeah,
earlier.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Works for everybody.
Do you have an Apple phone?
I do not have an Apple phone.
I do.
I know.
Okay, wonderful. So I just got an Apple phone. So
Oh.
I'm working all new territory.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Do you need help?
Yeah, a little bit. You don't mind.
You want to add an event?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do the plus.
Oh, I never used
Okay,
that.
yeah, and then you can write your title.
Okay, awesome.
Do
I just
you-
really wanted to go all the
do
way
you think
back
it's
to.
Necessary to read.
So good.
We got a thank you letter, and we also have
Mhm.
Deborah's official resignation letter. Do you want me to read those for the record, or does it matter?
Oh,
How many people have you had resign?
I'm trying, so not having placed the resignation in the agenda,
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably more of a detail that will just go in
Okay.
the
Yeah.
town, in our
And it-
thing for the town report, just
Do you,
that you.
then why don't I give these to you so you have them
Okay,
to add to your report?
okay,
Right. That might make sense for you to hold on to 'em at least for now.
yeah.
And the thank you was from one of the,
Yeah, the Healing Garden
Okay.
event or
Mhm.
something.
Oh, excellent.
It was
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah, and while we're on top, last week or earlier, sometime recently, Kristen, town administrator, sent me an email that, so the MCC sends the contract every
Yeah.
year for town, so she let me know both when she signed it and then when they countersigned it and all of that, so very bureaucratic things that I didn't have anything
Mhm.
to do with, but
Mm.
I said thanks, they're
Mhm.
Do
always
you know how to make it look smaller?
I mean, I think it's all right
that,
'Cause
from here, but I don't know.
so,
I believe it's just.
I think if you press this, you can do like multi-day, a list, or
Oh.
like a
also
whole month,
December
which
1st,
I really like.
Yes, that makes.
I
it a
sent
lot
in
easier.
So
my
that is like helpful
quasi-resignation.
to
Right.
do.
So you're ex
And I think
officio.
back to the
Yeah.
list would be,
Okay.
yes,
And-
which was nice to
yeah.
people to do, and now I
Mm-hmm.
can actually do what the council wants and take a year off.
Compact. Like they're all like different,
yeah.
like whether you look at it differently.
See, that's
Okay.
definitely why I like these phones a lot better, but
So,
yeah,
Just
once
new
you know
territory.
Because
how
the
to
way
do
that
it,
you have, like,
it's-
yeah.
It's, yeah, it's
yeah,
And
once
that-
I do figure it out, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like that.
It's
but
nice, but the
Mhm.
adjustment is hard, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
okay, so
Mhm.
having scheduled the next meeting, I think we just need
To vote
someone
on.
to motion for adjournment.
Motion for adjournment?
second.
Right. All in favor of adjourning tonight?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
So we are going to adjourn the cultural council meeting at exactly 9 o'clock.